So I decided to do a thing, which is something I do all the time. And you just jump in with both feet. And actually, this will be the very first podcast or opening recording or explanation for the Holy Goldfish Commentaries podcast. And right now, my working production title is The Raggedy Podcast Productions, because this really is a result of a series of thoughts that happened about our purpose and doing what feels right and what makes you feel passionate about it. And then immediately, as an overthinker, a professional overthinker, I start thinking about all the details. Sharing information is one thing, and I think I've got information to share, but then it's production and recording. And then I thought, what happens if the message is more important than the production? Would that lift the burden off my shoulders and spark that sense of passion to just take steps forward? And in every part of it, hold true to that realization that the message is so much more important than the production. And in talking with one of my friends who oftentimes becomes one of those iron sharpening iron kind of friends that you have an idea, and in talking to them, they inspire you in some way. And today it was the example of untethering yourself from the anchors that hold you down. Not that those things aren't important, those things that ground us into life, but the realization that with that grounding, we're here grounded to earth, that you can also choose to float. And something about the way she told me that story inspired me to remember the conversation that was going on in my own mind as I drove out to the ocean yesterday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. It was also my mother's birthday, my mother who just passed. Her birthday fell on Mother's Day this year. And it was, what are the things that are the obstacles to doing what I feel most passionate about? And what if I just acted as if the message was the most important thing? And so this podcast was birthed. There's an inner joke that I've got going on because I'm officially the pastor of the Fourth Church of the Holy Goldfish. It's a joke that keeps on giving, but it really is about taking responsibility for your own spiritual journey. And I thought, I'll just admit to what it is. It's going to be a raggedy podcast, and I'm not going to probably do production and a whole lot of editing. And so there'll be background noise and technical difficulties. But at the core of what my work is about is how do we connect with our heart and with our passions and do the healing work so that we can live differently in a way that feels loving and life embracing. And that's important to me. And that's something I'm passionate about. It's something, like they say, you can almost taste it. You can feel it. The need for us to reconnect in that way with our lives, with how we live our lives. And so, like many things that have started in my life, I decided to do a thing called the Holy Goldfish Commentary. Holy Goldfish. And it will be a Raggedy Podcast Production. I hope you'll come along the journey. Who knows where it'll take me?